Hey Gemini, what's up guys? I hope everybody is well. So we're gonna go ahead and do a just what you need to hear right now type of reading. If that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's gonna have any information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. So we have the turtle energy that came out for the intuitive message. And I got a couple messages, but the first one, this was in a daily short, and I don't know which one it was. It was a day or two ago or something like that. I know it was in a very recent one, where Spirit was talking about not attaching your success to results, okay? Just because you have not seen the results that you feel like you should see or that you want to see or that other people get does not mean that you're not a success. Spirit wants somebody, I don't know if this is everybody, guys, so hang tight, but Spirit wants somebody to know that you just trying makes you a success. You just putting one foot in front of the other and going at your own pace makes you a success. You getting out of bed in the morning makes you a success because there's other people that are not willing to. I'm not talking about the people who are sick and can't get out of bed. I mean the ones who are able-bodied and just have given up and choose not to strive for their dreams. You are a success because you're trying, Gemini, okay? And there could be this level of comparison here, and not in like a jealous way, but in a way of like, well, I wish I could make that amount of success, or why doesn't my channel see that amount of views or have that many subscribers, or why can't my business get this many clients, or, you know, comparing somebody else's journey to your own. Life is really not a race. It's very easy to get caught up in that comparison game when you have low self-worth, and so your worth is determined by how much you can achieve and how far you get compared to others around you. But life is not a race. We are all different, we're all individuals, and we're all going at our own pace on our own path. You can't compare how far a turtle gets to a horse. And some people are turtles and some people are horses. So where other people are going to make great strides as a horse and get there quicker, you can only go as fast as you can physically go as a turtle person. So don't beat yourself up for being a turtle. Spirit made you a turtle for a reason. That's part of your journey and your path for a reason. So you're not losing, or you're not behind, or you're not somehow, you know, beneath anybody just because you're not where somebody else is at. You are a success, Gemini, because you are trying every day to be better. And that's what makes you successful, okay? And when you change this perception of that, of how you look at success, you are actually raising your vibration, because when you look at, you know, yourself as not being successful, well, if I would get more views, I'd be more successful. If I would get more clients, I'd be more successful. If I could, you know, get to this point, I would be more successful. You're actually putting yourself in a lack energy, which is lowering your vibration. But if you look at yourself as a success for just doing what you're doing every day, for just trying, you're actually raising your vibration because you're telling yourself consistently, I am successful. I am achieving something. I am making progress, okay? So I don't know if that's where you're at right now. Your perception is shifting and you're starting to feel that way, Gemini, or if this is just something that you needed to hear. Again, it's not going to be for everybody, okay? They also showed me somebody closing their blinds. So I don't know if this means you need to close your blinds, Gemini. They are showing me somebody who's sleeping in something too. So I don't know if this is a camper. I don't know if this is a car, an RV. I mean, I don't know what else there is besides a camper, car, or RV. I guess maybe a boat or something like that. But if you have like little blinds or something, or curtains, like shut those at night, because there could be a creeper that's just like, you know, I don't think they're going to do anything, Gemini, but I just feel like somebody could be looking at you. But there is this energy here of maybe wanting more privacy, or maybe that's just where you've been lately, is not letting everybody know your every move. Some of you guys could notice that things are getting messed up when you tell people too far in advance what your plan is, like something kind of makes it fall through. Or like if you meet somebody romantically and then you tell somebody about it, you notice that right after that, it's like suddenly there's problems in that connection. So some of you guys are choosing to keep some stuff to yourself. And this is, of course, making people curious, which is making more energy be focused at you. But you do have your turtle shell, right? So you are in this energy of self-preservation, or you are able to duck into yourself and just be in isolation. The turtle is also an ancient energy. So there's something that you have acquired, a certain amount of wisdom or an experience that you've acquired here on this earth in this lifetime alone, Gemini, that you're going to carry to your next lifetime. I don't know why Spirit wants you to know that, but it does. The turtle also talks about being at home within itself, okay? And being able to traverse both land and water. And you're able to do that too. You're able to use your spiritual, emotional side and your like intuitive side. And you're also able to use your logical, grounded, earthly side, okay? And you might need both to make a successful path forward for you, Gemini, okay? So there's something about that. I do feel like you are in this chosen energy, and it is like heavy as the head of the crown. It's not like, oh, this is all fun and games. I'm chosen. That means everything's great, and I'm blessed, and I'm lucky. You know, you are blessed because you are chosen, but chosen energy comes with a hefty responsibility too, a heavy weight on your shoulders, you know? You are expected to do better. You're held to a different standard. You know, you have a certain mission or a purpose, and you can feel it deep within your soul. You have a certain conviction that hits you. Like, I need to start eating better. I need to stop, you know, taking this substance, smoking, drinking, whatever it is, right? I need to stop having sex with nameless people. I need to, you know, finally achieve this goal. I need to set myself out to try to do this. I need to write this book. I need to do this, whatever it is. It's like you have a certain purpose. You have this mission here, and it is a heavy one, okay? You are also expected as a chosen person to, you know, heal your lineage, which is a lot. Because it can feel like all these people around me get to do whatever they want. They don't really have any real responsibilities as far as spirituality goes. They don't have anything that's telling them, you know, oh, don't do this, you know, stay in line, do that. It's like I have to always kind of walk the straight line. That's just the energy I'm getting for somebody. Like you feel that way. Okay. All right, Gemini. I don't know. I have no idea what this reading is going to say here. Because I have no idea, but we're gonna see. Okay, so what's going on with Gemini? General energy, please. Gemini gang, general energy. What do we have? What do they need to hear right now, Spirit? What does Gemini need to hear currently? Thank you. We have the ancestors coming out, and these are the blessed ancestors, right? This is you being blessed. This is also ancestors smiling down on you, being proud on you for everything that you're doing, everything that you're achieving here. We do have the ripple effect on the bottom of the deck. So there are some things that are happening that are beyond your circumstances, and the ancestors are watching you for whatever reason to see how you react to this. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that they're paying close attention to you right now because things are happening around you that are out of your control. I also feel like opportunity is being brought your way, whether you're aware of it or not, okay? It's like just by you walking in your life and doing your everyday thing, you are getting closer and closer to something, okay? But there are ancestor blessings that are coming through here, Gemini, and you have a very strong connection to your ancestors. 1111. If there's something, I don't know, that you've been being compelled, I almost want to say nagged. I almost feel like some of you guys have ancestors that are nagging you right now to learn something, to do something, okay? There could be something like that, and it could be connected to your heritage here. Like there could be maybe learning certain traditions that they had, or maybe even recipes, or maybe spiritual practices or something like that, okay? Or you could be being very compelled to go visit somewhere where they used to be, okay? I don't know. There's something about that. Like you're being very compelled to connect with your ancestors right now. And your ancestors are definitely around you right now, and they are protecting you. And when this ancestor comes out, they're proud of you. They're proud of whatever it is that you are achieving, whatever it is that you're doing right now. You could be feeling a lot of judgment from humans, right? You could be feeling like you can't please anybody around you, or that there's you're not really connecting with humans the way you used to. Some of you guys could feel that way, but you get a lot of spiritual support is the energy I'm getting, okay? There's also a lot of protection here. Just with the ancestors next to the turtle, it's making me feel like there's a lot of protection here. We have the blooming roses here. Yeah, so Gemini, there's like a level up here, and it does feel like within your spirituality, and it could be on like a very energetic level that you are leveling up, and then this is going to, of course, transfer over to the physical. So you could have been through a huge dark night of the soul. You could be still going through that, and Spirit is telling you this is what's, about to happen to you. But there's this energy here of, before the rose blooms, it's this tight little bud, right? And I can only imagine that feels very stifling. It feels like, you can't really move. There's a lot of restriction. It's giving me the energy of like a cocoon. And then when it opens up, it's like suddenly, I don't know, there's a sense of freedom, or there's a sense of renewal is almost happening here. So some of you guys, there is a renewal. For those of you that like to gift your ancestors things, put things on your altar to honor your ancestors, they would really like some roses. Maybe they would like some pink roses. I don't know, okay? I do feel like there's a lot of messages that are coming through spiritually, a lot of downloads, okay? Just in the form of epiphanies too, a sense of knowing. Claircognizance could be very active for some of you guys right now. You're just knowing things, right? You could be taking baths, meditating, spiritual baths, cleansing yourself, and suddenly this download of information is coming through. I'm getting that very strongly for somebody. So take it as it resonates, guys, okay? It's like and I want to also say that for some of you guys, if you already do give things to your ancestors, or you honor your ancestors, maybe you hang pictures up, or maybe you do some kind of artwork to honor them, or maybe you write about them, you sing about them, you dance about them. I'm getting for somebody, there's something that somebody already does, like you honor your ancestors with what you do. They are honoring you back, okay? Also, they're telling me that somebody here is going to be an ancestor, like not tomorrow, okay? But like eventually, yes, you will be one of the ancestors that watches over another chosen one. That's what I'm getting for somebody, okay? And that could be why you're going through all this spiritual training right now, is the energy they're giving me, right? Like a spiritual training day. Like you really are learning a lot this lifetime, going through a lot of major lessons here, so that way you can guide the next chosen one. That's just what I'm getting for somebody, okay? We have honey. Wow, Gemini. There's a lot of success here. There's a lot of abundance. I mean, both of these are level up cards. The honey talks about reward after a lot of hard work. There could be some recognition that's coming through as well, for all the hard work that you've put in, how much that you have achieved here. Some of you guys, there's going to be this energy of feeling really balanced and harmonious within yourself, like almost celebrating with yourself, like we finally did it, we made it. I'm hearing that song, looks like we made it. But I don't know, that's a country song, but she's like, they said we'd never make it. Something, I don't know. That song though, I think it's Faith Hill, but I'm not sure. I'm not positive, okay? But basically that song is talking about people being naysayers and saying that this couple would never make it. They're too this, they're too that, whatever, okay? But I feel like this could be just you. It could be a couple. There could definitely be this energy of you're in a couple right now. You're in a relationship, and there's people that are saying, oh God, you guys will be done, before the month or whatever. And no, you guys are going to make it. All right. I'm also getting though that this is just people at your energy. Like, oh God, Gemini's never going to make it. What's Gemini going to do when this shuts down or this stops? Or, Gemini's living in a fever dream, right? They have a pipe dream going on over there. They're never going to be able to achieve that goal. But actually you are going to make it, right, Gemini? Like, that's what I'm saying. And somebody else could have done to hear my little speech in the beginning about comparing success to results, because there could be somebody who's doing that to you. Right? They could be like a horse. And so, yeah, they make strides, but you're a turtle and you're going at your own pace. And so they're looking at you laughing like, right? Gemini ain't never gonna make it. Gemini can never do this. They can never do that. And it's like, you're a turtle. You're meant to go this pace. That doesn't mean that you're not making success or that success won't come to you, right? And it's going to be really sweet because of how hard you work to obtain this as well. Like, you know, getting all these results is super sweet for the bee because it worked so hard to gather all that pollen. So there's something here about the pollen that you're gathering, the work that you're doing right now. Yeah, it's going to lead to some kind of sweet result, Gemini. Sorry to say for the people that are watching you that don't want to see it, right? And I'm not going to sit here and act like everybody who watches you hates you, Gemini. That's just not cool, right? I feel like there are people that watch you and admire you. There are definitely people who maybe gain inspiration off of you, or there are people who are, you know, rooting for you, Gemini. They want you to do well. They want you to succeed and be successful. There are also people who watch because they want to see how long this is going to last, or, you know, maybe how you're doing something, what you're doing. There's got to be some kind of formula here. They can't just be that talented. They can't just be that hardworking. They got to be doing something. Well, maybe they do the heebie-jeebie, right? And they do spell work, and maybe that's why they're so successful. Or maybe they're, you know, sucking D's behind Duncan. And that's how they're so successful, you know, like sleeping their way to the top. Whatever they're doing, though, it can't be that they're working hard. It can't be that they're just that talented. And, you know, that's unfortunate, but that's just how people are. And maybe that's why you're keeping to yourself, because you don't want to hear the opinions of others. You don't care about the opinions of others. Give me something for this ancestor card. We have the bird. Your ancestors definitely show up as birds, Gemini, or birds are very significant to your ancestors, okay? Some of your ancestors had a very deep connection with birds, and that has really transferred over to you. I do feel like your ancestors want you to notice when there's a lot of birds around you, like suddenly a flock of birds, or if a bird lands on your windowsill or something like that, or, you know, you see a significant bird. Like the other day, I've never seen this. It's like the second bird, because I never seen a blue jay with my naked eye. I mean, I might have, but, you know, that might have been when I wasn't paying attention to the signs and to the synchronicities and stuff. So, but this is the first time I was aware that I saw a blue jay. But then it was like 2 days ago, I saw a crane, and I have never seen a crane in like real life. They are so beautiful. Their feathers look so velvety smooth, and they have that little red bit on their head that just looks so beautiful, like, and the long necks and their long legs. They're just like, they're so beautiful. And they were just sitting there on the side of the road, just digging for worms or bugs or whatever they eat, you know? And I was just like, what? It was just really significant. And so your ancestors could really be showing up in bird form right now to like give you signs, give you messages. Okay, that's just for somebody, guys. We do have Bitch I'm Drowning, and maybe your ancestors have been watching you in Bitch I'm Drowning mode, and they're really proud of you because you started swimming, right? It was like sink or swim for somebody out there. That's what I'm getting here. It was like sink or swim, and you were like, nope, we ain't sinking today, and you started swimming. You started doing what you need to do to kind of succeed, Gemini, or carry forward, carry on, okay? Your ancestors are really pleased when it comes to that. That's just what I'm getting here. They want you to know that there's messages that are coming in, and bluebirds for me also talk about fresh starts, new beginnings, blessings, okay, prosperity and abundance. So yeah, it's like it's almost like your ancestors are sitting there watching you, like, you know, and you, like wondering, like, will they bloom? Will they be able to rise out of this darkness? Will they be able to overcome whatever this is, you know? And you were struggling with that Bitch I'm Drowning, like you really were. You know, like, this is not a fucking drill, right? Like, I really am drowning over here. Like, I really do need some kind of assistance, you know? But your ancestors are like, no, you don't. You can do this. We know that you can do this. They're giving me the energy of, like, in the Matrix movie, when Neo's up against the agent and they're all sitting there watching from the other side, you know, from Zion or whatever. And they're all just kind of like, you know, like, wondering if he's going to be able to do it, if he's going to be able to succeed, you know, is he going to be able to rise? And then he gets like, he takes like bullets to the chest or something like that, and they're just like, oh man, and they're just like watching, and then he rises. That's what they're giving me, guys. I feel like your ancestors were watching you in a really dark space, and they were wondering, like, is Gemini going to be able to come out of this? And I feel like they're very pleased because you have, you know. Some of you guys could have been fighting off energy that was put on you that you're not even aware of. because I try not to focus on this energy too much, but I swear there's some weird bitch that is like on your ass, Gemini, that stalks you, watches you, you know, does weird shit, like sends weird things your way. I don't know who this energy is or what they are up to, but I feel them every once in a while. And I feel like there could have been something that was put on you that you weren't even aware of, Gemini, and you might have just felt like it's just a bad day. Like, damn, you know, I'm just going through a bad go of it. I got to kind of break free of this. And yeah, you have broken free, and something has been blocked from your energy. I'm hearing permanently too. So if there is anybody trying to send any weirdness your way, it's like literally bouncing right back to them, right? Or yeah, and now they're in bitch, I'm drowning. That's just what I'm getting for somebody, okay? Okay. Let's see, what is this blooming energy out here for? That's gonna be too many for me. What is this blooming energy out here for Gemini? We have the mushrooms, and mushrooms are a great omen for me. Like if I see mushrooms in my house plants or whatever, that's a very positive sign for me. They talk about sporadic abundance, talks about spontaneous growth. You know, things just kind of coming in overnight, opportunity hitting you overnight, because you can go to sleep and there can be nothing in your yard. You wake up the next day and it's covered in mushrooms. Like it happened that fast. And that's why mushroom energy is so positive. And for some of you guys, that could be something that's happening here. Something is just going to spontaneously just grow just out of nowhere, you know, it's just going to happen. But the thing about mushrooms is it's not really so spontaneous. It's actually very calculated when you think about it from the nature point of view. Everything has to be the right condition for a mushroom to sprout. You know, the spore has to land there. There has to be a certain amount of dampness and darkness or whatever, okay? So everything has to kind of be in the right alignment for a mushroom to actually grow. And so, Gemini, I feel like that's what's happening here with you. Like something is very much energetically in alignment for you to see this success, for you to see this abundance here, okay? Some of you guys could have really been at a crossroads here wondering like, and I'm not really... The thing is even though this card does represent like a choice for me, you know, it's also talking about just waiting. Like you could have been told, go to this certain spot and wait. And so you went and you're waiting for something, you know, spirits told you to wait. Okay. And that's when all of a sudden you're going to see this growth or something. I don't know. Some of y'all could go on a trip too, like an actual mushroom trip. I don't know. That's for somebody, guys. Somebody out here does shrooms, okay? And if you do, you could go on a trip and you could be brought somewhere like, you know, almost to, I don't know. It's really, I don't do mushrooms, so I have no idea. I have absolutely no, don't do any drugs. I don't do anything, okay? I am completely like 100% clean, sober, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't do anything. Like coffee is about the only stimulant I use. But I'm getting like you get transported to another place and it's like you're seeing something. Maybe you get transported to your childhood or something. I don't know, Gemini. You go on a trip though. Okay, for somebody who's doing mushrooms like you do, you go on some kind of trip. That is for somebody, okay? Anyways. But I'm going to stick to the original message, which is that, yes, something is going to bloom in your life. You're going to see some kind of abundance or progress, and it's going to feel like very sporadic. What is this honey card talking about? Let's get some clarity on that. We have the chess game. Okay. So, Gemini, you might feel everything, again, you might feel that everything is very like sporadic, you know, like it doesn't have a rhyme or reason in your life right now, but actually there is. And it feels like it's on the spiritual side, like very energetically, like spirit has a reason for why it's moved a certain way or why it's placed you in certain positions or around certain energies. Spirit is trying to work on your healing with you, trying to get you to look at certain wounds, right? And heal those things. And maybe there's this energy here where you've been able to do that. And this is why you're seeing all this sweet reward from all this strategy that you've put in or for the moves that you've been making here is what I'm getting. And some of you guys, it is connected to your healing work and people don't really put enough stock into that. Like people really don't look at their healing work enough when it comes to being successful. And I mean like financially successful or really abundant. Like they don't look at how much their healing is actually attached to that. Because when you're walking around with heaviness, with low vibrational energy, bitterness, anger, resentment, pain, you're not really opening yourself up to vibe high and allow opportunity to come to you, right? So you actually working on your healing work, delving in, doing shadow work, which is, somebody had asked me in the comments what shadow work is, just really briefly. Shadow work is when you're looking at the parts of yourself that scare you, the parts of yourself that you're ashamed of, that you don't want to look at. And you're looking at those parts of yourself and you're saying, well, this is just part of me because I'm human, you know? And you're reconciling that fact, basically. So shadow work is like, you know, thinking back to traumas that have happened and how that makes you feel, and accepting that those traumas have happened, and accepting that that's not who you are just because that's happened. That's just an example of shadow work. It's not like the full definition. But yeah, that's what I'm getting here, is like you really did some shadow work or did some inner healing, and this was a very smart move for you because it has led to some kind of abundance or reward. That's just what I'm getting, guys. Y'all have to let me know if this reading makes any sense for y'all. Sometimes the readings are a little preachy, you know? And I kind of always expect them to be a little preachy when we're looking at what you need to hear, because it's coming from Spirit, and Spirit's like, well, they don't need to hear that they're going to get $1 million. Maybe they want to hear that, but is that what they need to hear right now? I don't know. You know? I think that they more need to hear that they're doing a great job, that they've risen out of the darkness, that they've defeated some kind of darkness, whether this was already within them or whether this was something that was put on them. They need to hear that their results are not attached to their success. You know, they need to hear that something is about to bloom in their life and that they have been making the right moves to open up themselves to this reward or to this abundance that's coming. That's what they need to hear. Okay, Gemini, right? The ancestors, please. Thank you. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, you've been combing through some things and cutting some things off. Okay? You've been doing the hard work here with the King of Swords. Possibly even developing your own sense of truth behind something. Like what is real and what's not real. What is something that needs to be in my life and what is something that doesn't need to be in my life, you know? There could be a lot of bird bitch with the 5 of Wands energy around you, or just combative energy, or energy that's restricting you. It's holding you back, you know? So you could definitely be cutting through that. In fact, you know, cutting those rubber bands, there could have been obstacles that were set up for you, and you have been using your ingenuity here, or your wisdom, whatever experience that you've had, to kind of cut through something, Gemini. So your ancestors are very proud of you for that. You could also have a masculine ancestor. He could be an air sign. He doesn't have to be. Or he could have just taken on that air of an air sign, or he was a barber or something. Take it as it resonates, guys. But there's something here where you have a masculine energy that's very proud of you for overcoming the obstacles that have been set in your path. Yeah, this could have been somebody who was like at the head of the table, okay? Or somebody who was very particular about how they wanted their table set up. I know that's specific, but that's what I'm getting. Like there's a male masculine ancestor that was very particular about how they liked their table set up for dinner. I don't know. This person could have made a lot of money for themselves or created a very hefty legacy. I also feel like this is what your ancestors are saying that you're doing, right? You combing through the unnecessary, the unneeded, the obstacles, the bird bitches, right? All this negative shit that's just getting in the way. You combing through this and cutting some shit off and creating some really secure boundaries for yourself. That's setting you up for success. You know, you don't want everybody at your table. You don't want just anything at your table. Yeah, your ancestors want you to know that they've given you some kind of knowledge here recently that you need to keep to yourself. I don't know what this is. This could be a dream. This could be a vision. It could be just a download, okay? An epiphany, whatever. A sudden realization that has happened where they've given you some kind of information here with the High Priestess. It's like you have like the formula, you know, see how she's like holding on to that and holding it close to her chest. Like, this is mine. It's my secret. It's almost like your ancestors have given you some kind of secret information, Gemini. And again, this could have come through a download, a very fast one with the Knight of Swords. You know, maybe some of you guys have been told that it's time to leave a situation. It's time to move. It's time to, you know, change is really the energy I'm getting with that. Three of Wands also talks about waiting for ships to come in. So your ancestors could have told you that there are ships coming in. I did say that somewhere over here, that you've been told to wait. Some of you guys have been told to be patient. The turtle energy, that something is arriving. And they're very proud of you because you are. And not only are you waiting, you're doing shadow work. You're doing healing, right? You're working on your projects and your goals. You're trying to be a better person than you were the day before. Like, you're not just sitting there twiddling your thumbs waiting. Like, you're doing work while you're waiting is the energy I'm getting here. We have the Magician. Yeah, you're activating something, Gemini. This is something that you do, a skill, a talent, something that is unique to you. It might not be unique to the world. There could be lots of other people that do it, but there's something in the way you do something, Gemini, that is very unique, okay? Some of you guys could literally be really good artists, okay? Or just really good creatives, like whatever it is. You might get dirty, or you might devote a lot of your time to something, but you're like mastering something is really the energy I'm getting. The Magician too is taking action as well. So when something blooms or something presents itself to you as an opportunity, take action. Believe in yourself, you know, because this could come when you're in a state of rest here with the Four of Swords. I'm also getting somebody like either smoking or taking mushrooms, because this is my rolling up one card. See how she looked like she rolling? This is that kind of energy, somebody doing that and then getting some kind of brilliant idea. Now, you know, y'all know I'm channeling when I say that, because I'm usually saying the exact opposite. And I'm not saying to sit here and smoke yourself tartar either, right? Like, everything in moderation, guys. I'm not anti-weed or anything like that. It just didn't work for me in my life, okay? But for somebody out there, it does help you with your creativity or something like that, or you're going to get some kind of creative thing. I have to tread lightly when I say that, because I feel like there's people out there that have been convicted and told to stop. And so if I say something like that, they're like, oh, so I need to smoke to be creative. No, the hell you don't. Okay? So please know yourself. Please. Okay, when it comes to that kind of energy. I'm just giving the message because that's the message that came out. Y'all are all adults and you have to sovereign yourself, okay? I can't sit here and just worry about everybody 24/7. Anyways, the Emperor, yeah, you have to be your own emperor, right? But there is something here where something that you're doing could lead to like you going from an amateur to a motherfucking pro, okay? I am getting that energy. Like, I used to sit here and just work on this constantly to build it, and now I'm actually like doing deals. You know, somebody could be wanting to buy something or invest in you, Gemini, or sign you up for something. There could be something like that where it's like you go from almost like a nobody to a somebody. And I hate to say a nobody, because you were never a fucking nobody with that turtle energy, but that's just what I'm getting, guys. Like, there could be a big shift here, or a big change. Maybe in your wardrobe, how you're dressing, how you have to show up, rags to riches type of energy. And it could almost happen overnight. Somebody could come across your work, Gemini, and be like, we would love to either sponsor you, invest in you, buy this, produce this for you, work with you, collab. You know, there's something here with the contract because of what you do. That's what I'm getting for somebody. That's obviously not for everybody, guys. Take it as it resonates. Always. Always, always. Some of you guys have been told this. You know, with that High Priestess, you've been told to prepare with that King of Swords, to make the necessary cuts, to have strong boundaries. Some of you guys definitely have a masculine energy that's guiding you too. Like, I don't know, with that Emperor and that King of Swords, this is somebody who is very strong or had a very strong legacy. Even if you never met this person, this is somebody who had a very strong legacy, okay? So we have the Two of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups here. Yeah, it's almost like you're going to be offered something and you're going to need to make a choice whether or not you want to take this on or not, okay? Yeah, Chariot. That's just, you know, confirming that. There's a choice here. This could be a choice to move, or a choice to progress in something, a choice to take something to the next level, you know? Somebody could see what you do and they could be like, well, you could stick here and continue to do what you're doing, or you could come and do this for us. It's almost like that. So maybe let's just use a massage therapy or something like that. Like maybe you're a masseuse or something like that. And they're like, well, you could stay here and continue to do massages out of your home, which is kind of weird. Or whatever, guys, okay? You could do massages from this little boutique or whatever. Or you could come work for us on a grand level. I don't know. There's something like that. Like somebody seeing what you do and going, okay, well, you could do it here or you could do it for us, which is going to open you up to more opportunity. It's going to elevate you. It's going to get your work seen a little bit more. There's something about that, guys. I feel like this person might approach you personally. There's something about that too, like a CEO or a big boss or something like that, or an owner, an investor, somebody approaching you personally. This person's going to dress very snazzy too. Like this is going to be something where you're just going to like feel like completely out of your element. Like, what do I even wear to a business meeting like this? Like that's what I'm getting, guys. Like I feel like whoever this is that's approaching you or whatever this is transforming you into, it's like you're not going to recognize yourself, you know? But you had to be at this level before you could get to that level. There's something about that, guys. Give me something for this honey and this fucking... Like, what the hell is this? My son wants me to learn this. He knows how to play chess already. I don't know what's up with this kid, okay? Like, he's 8 years old. He already knows about space. He knew how to read before anybody taught him. Like, he knows about chess. I don't know what's up with this kid, but I'm cool with checkers. But he wants me to learn chess. He knows how to play. He says he's going to teach me. I'm like, okay. Right? Anyways, yeah. Okay, so moving back to the reading. With the King of Wands here, the moves that you've been making here, Gemini, okay? And whatever performance or whatever action you've been taking, because the King of Wands is the action card for me. There's a lot of masculine energy in this reading. We've got the King of Wands, King of Wands, King of Swords, the Magician, the Emperor. I mean, we do have the High Priestess that's feminine, but still, there's a lot of masculine energy. So you are taking action in regards to something, or there is a masculine energy that's going to approach you with an opportunity. I feel that very strongly. Yeah, so you've been working hard, Gemini, and you are about to see those results. There could be massive recognition that's going to come towards you, and you are going to have to watch the way that you move because of this recognition. Look, Six of Wands, she ain't never told no fucking lies, okay? At least not lately. I have lied in my life, right? But right now I'm not. I feel like there is some kind of recognition that's coming towards you, Gemini. You're going to be achieving something or being graced with some kind of achievement. That's what I'm getting. Like there's some kind of achievement that's coming towards you. Oh, wow. That's way too many. And it's because of whatever you do, Gemini, you're just very talented. I mean, damn. How many times do I have to say it? Let's move on. Let's get some advice and additional messages because I want to do some other readings today too. What do we have here for Gemini? We have transformation. Yup, coming from the dark side, going into the light. Okay, that's the energy I was getting with that lotus. That's what I was getting. Your ancestors saw you in bitch I'm drowning mode and they're like, we are going to watch and we're going to ready ourselves and we're going to wait and see how Gemini achieves this, how Gemini tackles this, and you tackled it. Okay? You decided to start swimming. It was sink or swim and you swam. Okay? That might even be the title. Sink or swim and you swam. Okay? What do we have here for Gemini? We have perception. I feel like that's what this is talking about too. All right. But I'm also getting another message. I'm getting the first message is what I was talking about in the beginning about not attaching results to success. Okay. We already talked about that. So we really don't need to go through that again. The second message that I'm getting here is don't bury your head in the sand when this massive opportunity comes. Because there is some kind of massive opportunity that's going to be presented to you. You could be approached by a big company or a big name and you could be like just shaking in your boots, scared. It's like suddenly that imposter syndrome is going to hit you. Well, I'm just a modest little artist, or I'm just somebody just peddling my books or whatever. I'm not ready for this. Yes, you are ready for it, Gemini. Yes, the hell you are. Okay? You are ready for whatever this is. So when something comes your way, make sure that you don't get scared and go, not me. That's not for me. Yes, it is for you. Yes, it is. Okay. You're going to be asked to step out of your comfort zone. I feel that very strongly. You're going to be asked to show up to places you never thought you'd be, fly to places you never thought you'd go, talk about things that you never thought that you would talk about. That's why you've been doing all this shadow work, right? That's why you've been building your confidence, your self-worth, believing in yourself, healing trauma, letting go of past mistakes and failures and things like that. That's why you've been doing all that shadow work with Nourish the Shadow. So that way when something was offered to you, you'd be ready. Look, small steps, big accomplishments. You hear? You hear what I'm trying to say to you? That's exactly what the fuck I was talking about, okay? Like literally, your small steps are making big accomplishments. And you might have had to look at that and be like, you know what? I'm going the pace that I was built to go at. My turtle legs can't go any faster, damn it. You know, like they show me Gregor the gopher, the neighborhood gopher, when he runs, he's just like trying his hardest to get away, but he can only go as fast as he can go. And you can only go as fast as you can go, Gemini, okay? So you had to kind of reconcile that within yourself and had to see the success and where you're at right now. They're showing me like a seed and it's sprouting and it's a little tiny seedling and Spirit saying that is a massive success. You know, and some people be like, it's a seedling. It's a tiny little seedling. What do you mean that's a massive success, right? But that seed didn't have to sprout. Some seeds never sprout, you know? So there's so much potential that's swirling around that seedling for it to become a big, large tree or plant. It's like, that is a massive success, okay? Just the fact that you sprouted, just the fact that you showed up. All right, Gemini, I'm gonna get off your nuts now. Okay, we have magnetism through gratitude. Oh, Gemini. There's gonna be lots of people that are grateful for you. And we have the illusion here. Yeah, because I feel like you busted through some kind of illusion and you're healing something. You're moving forward in regards to something, Gemini. But you are, again, manifesting, what is the fucking word? I couldn't think of it. Manifesting through being gracious, through being grateful for everything that you've already achieved. Get out of your head in the illusion. Spirit really wants to double down on that, you know? Some of you guys are really in your head about something, thinking that you're not succeeding. I see 1331 as well, okay? So take it as it resonates. 333. Threes are very significant. You are manifesting. 3 is the number of the Empress as well. Maybe something is happening in March too. And then last but not least, we have claim your power. Okay, Gemini, I hope this reading helped. I hope it resonated. I hope it did something. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.